What's with these guys?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Catch Up Volume 116 Red United TV. It's your boy Ivorian Spies. We are back again with another Manchester United podcast where we review today's game. And sadly, today's game is a Manchester derby where Manchester United themselves didn't collect 3 points, got humiliated, got humbled, and that's the reason why I'm wearing black today, because it was a funeral that I attended. I attended Manchester United's funeral, and I witnessed Manchester United getting destroyed, humbled, put on a t-shirt, smoked by Manchester City as always, man. Every derby's been like that, man. We've not done well in the derby. Smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to Red United TV, of course. And of course, follow Red United TV on Instagram and follow Red United TV on Twitter. And also follow Red United TV on Twitch and Rumble. We are live everywhere. We are here to discuss everything Manchester United. So get yourself involved in the comments, guys. Let us know your thoughts as well as we go into today's review. I've got Depths on the side as well, just about to introduce him in. And then, of course, we should be joined by the rest of the team. And I mean, the rest of the guys that should be joining the panel, unless they've decided to just run away and they're not down, especially after Manchester United getting that beaten. But it is what it is, man. Smash that like button, guys, and get yourself involved. Subscribe to all social media. RDS is saying, I'm sorry, I'm running late. In a bit of emergency. You see, I hope it's an emergency, guys. I hope you're fine, RDS, man. But let me big up Depths, man. Depths, what you saying, my G, my bro? You know, you're I feel like you and I are the only standing soldier in this, emotions of being defeated by Man City, losing the Man City derby, because a lot of men just dropped out like flies. You're not down for it, man. Big up to you, man. What you saying, Depths, man? It's been a while, man. How you been?
Yeah, man. I've kind of hidden through this tough period, innit? I ain't been on the show for a while, innit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Same shit, innit?
It's the same shit, my brother. Same shit, bro. It hasn't changed.
Against City this time, and it's another loss. City style of play. Nothing else to say, innit?
It is what it is, man. But let's get straight into it, Depths, man, because it is Manchester United 0, Man City 3. Manchester United getting their ass whooped today, Depths, man. I'm going to give you my overall thoughts first of all, without not going too much into players and when we got that to discuss after. But overall thoughts, what do you know what, Des? I'll be very honest with you. I expected a loss. Like, it's not like we all went into this game and said, yeah, we're gonna beat this team comfortably. We're gonna do our thing. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna get this 3 wins. Big up RDS, he just joined us. I didn't feel like that, bro. I thought to myself, yep, we're losing this game, like whatever it is, because of the form that we're in, and I just know that can't we can't go toe to toe with Man City, and the injuries as well does play a toll to it. But today, I have to say, just poor. The first 45 minutes, typical Manchester United, starting well for the first 6-7 minutes in the game, and then after that, once the goal came in, which was the penalty, and we can discuss it later whether it was fair or was it right or was it just not fair. But we'll discuss that later on. But again, the penalty came in, and then Haaland scoring that goal. From there, Manchester United, it just looked like Manchester United was going to lose. In that second half, where the changes were made, Amrabat coming off, Mount coming on, that's where everything was all gone and lost, man. Again, Manchester United midfield unable to do anything towards Man City, and forever losing the midfield battle, just even much more open than it was when Amrabat was in it. And I have to question the manager on that substitution. But again, the goals coming in. Haaland, Bernardo Silva ate us up. You know, I keep saying this, midfielders like that is why I call proper midfielders, not the midfielders that we have. You know, midfielders like Bernardo Silva, midfielders like Phil Foden, they do the business, and Rodri as well. They do the business, and they were always in control. And the goal from Haaland as well, Bernardo Silva, that dink cross, and then Haaland just showing the strength in the air, just up and away, headers it in, make it 2-0. And then the third goal, typical Manchester City, to find that tap in. Haaland as well with the cross to find Phil Foden to make it 3-0. It was curtains for Manchester United. The substitution, we'll talk about it. The manager's way of playing, we'll talk about it. But let me get Debs your overall thoughts on today's game. Without not going too much to the players, because we will discuss the players later on in the show. What was your overall thoughts in that game, Debs?
Same old, man. Same old. Just saw another team just dominate United at Old Trafford. So I've been seeing for the last 3 months, innit? Just City did it the way that City do it. Obviously, I haven't been watching City play, innit? Obviously, football's been kind of, a bit resort at the moment. So I haven't been watching, but you can see the tactical plays, triangles that they create on the pitch, overloads, and United's been playing low blocks unsuccessfully. Like, I've never seen an unsuccessful low block under a manager. But obviously, the defense ain't there, innit? Which, creates a lot of the build-up play. I think that defense missing was 3-0. But saying that, if City do get the energy to want to turn up, I reckon any defense you put in there would have got 3-0, 3-1. If you got heart, there would have been goals scored today by City. They smell blood in it.
I know, and it was horrible, man. It was just horrible. RDS, big up to you for joining us as well.
Hey, sorry, I had a bit of personal emergency, so I apologize. I won't be able to be as much as I can. So, but anyway, I did watch the game. Realistically, did anyone actually expect United to beat City at Old Trafford the way? No. So, even though I was annoyed, at the end of the day, like, I'm not surprised, because City, in all departments, manager, structure, players, are better than United. So anytime United somehow beat City, it's more of like it's the equivalent of like, it's like an underdog thing. It's like when Newcastle beat PSG. You don't expect them to do it, but they did it, and that's the situation in United as well. I agree that United have not played. I've not seen a single game that United played this season, with the exception of maybe Palace in the Carabao Cup, when they basically rotated most of their squad, and when we actually played some youngsters like Mabry and Garnacho from the beginning, where we actually played well. I look at it and I'm like, at the end of the day, Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Newcastle, Brighton, Villa, they're all better than us. We're in the league where we are. We're supposed to be in the league, which is 8th. We do have a, in quotes, easier run of games with Everton, Fulham, and Luton in the next 3. So we'll see. But it doesn't surprise me. And like I said, if you're starting, we cooked Ollie when he played a back four, Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw, Maguire, and Lindelof. And the back four today was Dallo, Maguire, Evans, and Lindelof. Like that's it's insane. So at the end of the day, like the only hope that I have for this squad is that you hope that maybe that when the players come back, when Ten Hag gets other players, that we can turn around. But I generally question, and I have questioned even in the first season when Ten Hag got third, I still questioned him a lot because the manner in which we got third, the manner in which we won, we got to where we were last season because we had a good defence and a good back five, and Rashford, who was on a decent streak. Not because our midfield was good, not because our attackers overall were good, but because Rashford had a good purple patch and our defence was overall solid. Well, that defence that back five doesn't exist anymore, and Marcus Rashford is crap. So what's left? Nothing. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping that this becomes like an Arteta thing, that maybe he turns it around. But the only issue, and so I'm speaking, but the only concern that I would have is that at least with Arteta is playing more or less most of the players that he signed. He's sticking with them. The Tomiyasu, the Odegaards, etc., etc. He's doing it. With Ten Hag, it's like, okay, you sign Mount, you sign Amrabat, you sign those players. Those are your dons. You spend 60 million on a player in Mount who you could have got for free in a year, and he's not, and you're not starting him because it didn't work. So why did you bring him in when we could have spent the 60 million on another centre back or potentially maybe getting a better striker? You brought in Amrabat. You sub Amrabat off, and we're basically playing with most of the players that we played with under Ollie and Jose beforehand. And when you're relying on, and even Højlund, who arguably is doing okay, he just doesn't get this service. You're taking him off, who at least is a better attacker in terms of what he's doing than Rashford, who you're playing on for longer. So the players that you brought in, I know Martinez is injured, but those two players, you don't have faith in them, and you're relying on. So it's just weird. It's weird. Like it's like.
Can I be real?
Go on.
In
Sorry, and Anthony, by the way, he's not playing Anthony either. Go on.
Defense, isn't it? In his defense, out of all the managers that has been at United since Fergie, he's the only one that has the true balance to say, cool, I might walk in and have some sort of love for the club. But obviously, at the same time, this is business, it's resolute, I'm going to put my rules down in it. The rest of them have been one or the other. So Oli was a bit soft. Mourinho, he didn't love the club. And neither did Van Gaal in it. And I don't think Moyes did either. So he's the only one I can see putting genuine effort because he's trying to understand the culture of the club. He's trying to embed the missing pieces that we had now. If you want to talk players, Patch say you want to talk players. But if you want to talk players, Højlund was the best player on the pitch, attacking-wise. In my opinion, he was better than Haaland. Haaland did nothing today. Haaland, against a weak defence, he did nothing but tap the ball in the box. He had no work to do. David Silva was running the game. David Silva had 1 million touches today.
Bernardo
touches. He did everything today. Do you know what I'm saying? And Højlund had the hold of the ball. From his progressive play, he's progressed so much from his first game. His first game could have probably only held up the ball once in a game. Now he's holding up the ball almost every time, and he looks creative, But once again, it's Manchester United. We're going to make right decisions, blame it on Højlund. Højlund gets sent off, possibly in the game. Blame it on Højlund. He gets big headlines, and then now United's less of a player, less of a confident player, less of a player, and you have to try out somebody else. Silly. I'm watching the game and I'm thinking, Ten Hag ballers, they look like the guys that are in control. Amrabat, for 30 to 35 minutes, was arguably the best centre midfielder on the pitch.
Yeah. So that's my point, is that what I don't understand is Ten Hag is the one that brought in Anthony, Amrabat, Højlund, and Mount. Okay, those are four. Those are his dons. So why is it that those are the guys that he brought in? Why are those guys the ones that he sacrifices first? And instead, he continues to persist with Rashford. He continues to persist with McTominay. He continues to persist with Bruno. I don't really want to go in on Maguire Evans because it
Okay, so
is what it is.
if you check what the input has been from players in the team, most of the players that are available have the highest input. So I'm talking about GAs, I'm talking about statistic plays, statistic runs, domination of areas. Ericsson has got the most assists in the team. Ericsson starts. Do you understand what I'm saying? So whatever he's seeing that has the best, he's playing them. But what is available to him right now, unfortunately, it's not his ballers. The ballers that he's bringing in are adding to the team. So Amrabat today took him off. Where's the team? You take away his ballers, there is
but that's my point. But that's my point on the manager. Like that's on the manager.
You put
like
his ballers in the team, Casemiro in the team. You put all his ballers in the same team. You got a game. You got at least got a competition.
Yeah, but
you
why
take
did
away his ballers? There's nothing. There's only the old Europa League.
But
look at what we're playing. Look at what we're playing. They are the treble winners. The treble winners, they are better than Real Madrid without Jude Bellingham.
I'm not.
Like,
no one's
understand that this is a high league team that we are balling against. Yeah, we love the red side of Manchester or not.
No one is expecting.
At the same time, what is in the squad and what is actually in the squad?
No one is expecting.
He took off his team because he said, if I don't take off Højlund, Højlund's going to get sent off. The game's going to be blamed on him. If I don't take off Amrabat, Amrabat's going to get sent off. The game's going to be blamed on him. I do not want the game being blamed on my G's. My G's don't get no blame in this thing. Ollie's G's get the blame in this thing. Mourinho's G's get the blame in this thing. When you name the players that he has signed, them boys put in work. Apart from Anthony, who probably was a match winner today if he entered the pitch, he's a big game player. Yeah,
I'm sorry. I don't get
Anthony, you will play shit the whole game and do what Haaland did, but no one's saying what is Haaland, but he's doing it off the wing.
So why didn't
in a big game and get some goals? And then the games that we need him, he's not
steps. I'm just gonna stop you both there because obviously Ola just joined us.
Yeah, go on.
Ola, I just want to get your overall thoughts on the match before we get into the players again, because we haven't touched on the players' performance. Ola, what's your overall thoughts on this game? Manchester United 0, Man City 3.
I think with this game, I'm not surprised. I don't think any of us should be, because we are just if we had won today, we just got the win maybe by luck or by counter-attacking or just something. And you could see that when we started the game. That's why when I came in, I was listening to the episode. I was like, he has his points that when we started the game, we started a little bit
there was no hope
and in the beginning, but with Amrabat already got in that game, he would have gotten the red card because of Manchester City will keep pressing you. They will keep pressing you. So you can't leave a player that is that important in the team with a yellow card playing for longer than he should in the game. But I just think that the likes of, I don't know why Mason Mount is not starting, because I don't know if it's that he's not fit or there is something wrong.
Thank you.
By Fernandez. That's Fernandez. By Fernandez.
Let Ola finish first. Let him land.
Because we can say yes. Fernandez, I feel because he's the captain, he's not being dropped. I think at some point he needs to be dropped. Maybe we see Mason Mount playing in that position, and maybe he will show us better or play better. But for now, we don't know. What we don't know, we can't talk about. We're talking about what we know. And when he came on in the game today, I don't really think he did anything. But it's City. City will always dominate the game. That's why I am not angry, but I'm just United play better against City, show more like man to man, like at least just do something that we all can hold that we fought till the end. The game was just basically City enjoying themselves like they've always done, and it's just. But like I said, I won't blame the manager. I will put more blame on the players. Like I've always said, we've sacked a lot of managers, and a lot of these players are still here today. So we can sack Eric Ten Hag and bring in someone else. I don't think anything will change if we don't get a proper structure and a proper footballing people in place that can, like our scouting, our recruitment, everything is wrong. And that's why you see the likes of City flourishing. Even us now, they had to change the structure. They had to bring in a director of football. They had to follow a process, and that's why you can see a lot of the signings Arteta brought in are doing well. But like minus, I will remove out Havertz, and Havertz also is still early days for them. It can still come good, but if that structure is not there, you can. I was watching the game and I heard the commentator saying we spent 300 and something million in transfer window or 200 and something million. It's not about how much you spend. It's about the quality of players you get. I think the players are ready to fight for the team.
Like
let me just let him land. Let me finish, and then you can answer your question.
And just to round the way, I just think enough of putting blames on the managers. We've gotten different managers. We've gotten Murillo that we all thought would do something. We've gotten Louis Van Gaal. But if you see some places that the managers have, he made a mistake, you can call him out, but not like Ten Hag out or wanting to change the manager. But these players need to do better. Or but I feel like we need a proper revamping of this squad, because a lot of these players will still be here if the manager leaves, and they will still keep playing shit because they are not good enough to play for Manchester United. And that's just the point. And something needs to change. And that's why I don't really buy this Jim Matip idea, but hopefully it works out.
Okay, and he said something needs to change, and I'm going to come back to you, Debs. Of course, for those who are watching, make sure you subscribe to Red United TV, smash that like button as well, and we're live across Rumble, Twitch, YouTube as well, and also Facebook of Red United TV. Make sure you continue following and supporting the community. Let's go straight into place because Manchester United got their ass whooped. Before we get to the manager, because I do have Eric Ten Hag out up there, which I will be asking you guys your personal opinions on the situation. But back to the players. Another game where Bruno Fernandez, our key players, Bruno Fernandez, Marcus Rashford, do not deliver. Debs, I'm going to go back to you, and then after that, you guys can take the throne. This open discussion between those two players, Bruno Fernandez and Marcus. Is it time we dropped them? And what was your thoughts on their performance today, especially Bruno? He just never showed himself in the big game. You know, Rashford tried, got himself in key moments, and just let us down and do what he always does in big game. But Bruno Fernandez again, just abysmal performance, never there. Where's Bruno, aka where's Waldo? That's what we was looking for. Depths, your thoughts, and then the guys can join in.
Oh, bro, and other than the MVPs for Manchester United, it looked like Champions League team versus the Europa League team, bro. Yeah, it looked like Bruno and Rashford haven't been playing at the highest level in their careers. They weren't that sharp. They got ability, yes, but their level of performances have only been 3-0 losses against Champions League teams, bro. They don't have it in them. You need about 1 year to develop your tactics, your physical, your mental awareness to get to that elite level, bro. And Bruno and Rashford ain't playing. They need to go, bro. The whole team that haven't been signed by Ten Hag needs to go, and you need to give this guy at least 5 years. What I watched on the pitch, bro, was a bunch of lack of tactical awareness, bro. So the team want to play a low block. That's more Louis Van Gaal Mourinho style. But the players that were there were Louis Van Gaal Mourinho players. And then when you're trying to integrate the Ollie players, they want to go forward like some running shit. Bro, they're playing freestyle managers, free style of plays, bro. They're not all playing. Where was Ten Hag's inverted fullbacks? They were injured, but the replacements don't understand. They haven't been training that, bro. They don't understand nothing. So it's a bunch of players, especially at the back, that have a lack of tactical understanding. Martinez, the game was won by Harry Maguire today, bro. Yeah. He had to play that ball forward.
Steps. Let me stop you there.
He had to play the ball. Martinez plays the ball forward. It starts attacking plays. Yeah. Every single top team has that defender that gets his team out of trouble by finding the attacking plays, bro. Martinez is the lead defender there, bro. Yeah. Maguire steps in as the lead defender there, bro. Does he make that pass? That's Ten Hag's tactic. Martinez played on the 10 target. He understands the tactic. Maguire stepped in. He's done it last game. So he did it
Yo,
last game. He gave him
Debs.
man of the match for it, you know.
Debs.
Man of the
Debs.
fucking match
You,
for
you,
that guy.
you're gone. You're gone. You have not answered the question. We're talking about Mark Rashford.
Forget, like,
And
forget
Bruno.
Bruno. Bruno's always getting blamed. The
We'll
best
get to
players are getting
Maguire.
blamed.
We'll get to Maguire. Yeah. We'll get to the point you want to go. But stick to the question, bro. You're losing yourself.
No, I'm tired of Maguire. I don't want to see Maguire there. I don't want to see Lindelof there. I don't mind Bruno being there. Bruno will play for.
But the problem of this
with
is,
Maguire getting
the
to City,
injuries are there.
Bruno will get into
We
City.
don't have any choice.
I'm
We
tired
don't-
of
we
like
don't have
forget
any choice but to
forget
use Maguire.
blaming Maguire like Fernandez, fam. Fernandez is decent. Them
Yeah.
shit guys is ruining the thing. You can't have your team to be a legion and then your mans can't defend your mans, bro. Like you have to defend your man to your left or to your right at all times. And them ballers ain't it. They Europa League, bro. They don't like they've been playing under every manager they played in the Europa League. Where do you think we're going this season? Back to Ten Hag under Europa League ballers, bro. And the ballers that he brought in, they all Champions League winners in their own countries. All the guys that he's brought in, bro. Yeah, apart from Mason Mount, he's also a Champions League winner, bro. Then none of the other Manchester United ballers are that, bro. They crap.
Deb, I'm gonna stop you.
Let me go.
Even
I gotta
Fernandez.
go in. No, I
Fernandez
gotta
is
go in.
crap.
I gotta go in depth.
Rashford is crap. They're not
Deb, chill,
Champions League
relax,
ballers.
chill, relax.
They're Europa League.
Deb. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, speaking, bro. I had
Yes,
to
you
mute
need
him.
to. Deb,
I had to mute you,
like,
bro.
it's just the guy.
Like,
Going, Deb, you know you're muted, man. You're muted.
He's still going on.
It's still going, man. Deb, you're muted, man. You're muted. Can't hear you.
You're mute. You lost yourself. Stick to the question.
Okay, let me stick to the question. Okay, because we're going to talk about the match in a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me say it. Like, okay, so yes, Bruno and Rashford have not been good enough this season, and I don't make an argument that they weren't actually good enough last season either. To be honest, just Rashford had a good purple patch of scoring goals, but then that dried up, and we're relying on our defense to basically see us games. I generally don't believe that our attack, and this is the thing. Like, I don't like when I'm not saying that our defense is world class. It's not. But one of the things that I was saying, even when Onana made a mistake, all these things were happening, was like, okay, I get it, but big teams make mistakes. Big teams concede first. City have conceded first in more of their games than they played this season. They've conceded first. Like in the CL games and Premier Leagues, they have. So why is it that when they concede first, that no one is like, oh my goodness, City are in trouble? They don't do that because they know they've got the quality on the field. They've got in their midfield and the attackers to get the job done. You know they're going to score 1, 2, 3 goals. The issue with this team is that it's like we concede a goal and we're like, damn, we don't believe. And this is what people need to get here. We don't believe that our attackers are going to score. We don't believe we're going to create enough to score goals. That's the biggest issue at Manchester United. Even if you sort out the defense, a world-class defense, you're still going to concede. But if you can't score, which has been the issue here, like our GA is -2. You know, so if you can't score goals, then it's a problem. You know, Rashford has not been playing well at all this season.
Why is no one saying City had a good game? Why is everyone saying Man United had a bad game? City
did have a good game.
City had a wonderful game, bro. Like they're the best team in the world.
Let me land a point. Let me put a point. Let me land. The point is that
Why is everyone still saying United?
The point is, Deb, you're right. City had an amazing game. City's going to win. I've no doubt about it. But the thing is, the stuff that we're seeing has been the case over consistent games. And I have an issue, and the issue that I have when I come back to the manager on this, okay, is that you do actually have options. Okay, I'm not going to talk about the Sancho thing. It is what it is. Sancho did his thing. Fine.
What options? Tell me what options.
You have Martial and you have Garnacho on the bench. Okay, so you have two players. You have two players that at the very least should be given opportunities or run a form.
What are their statistics when they have been trusted?
No, but they've not been. But the thing is, they've not had the same. Today, Rashford almost played in like 90 minutes. Like if someone is having a bad game, then you give at the very least.
What has Martial done? What has Martial
Yeah,
done?
but Martial has not played
For 3 seasons.
Martial's not played
Do you
60
trust him to win you matches?
yeah, but Rashford isn't doing that
Do you
though.
trust
That's the
Martial to get
point.
important goals?
But the point, I'm not saying that the attackers are great, but the point is,
Do you
if
trust
you
Garnacho to be disciplined to get us to half, like,
Garnacho,
to first half 0-0?
what I do trust with Garnacho is that I trust Garnacho to actually create and not be selfish. So actually look for Højlund and actually create for them. That's why I trust Garnacho to do. And I trust Garnacho to make more effort to actually chase the ball, to actually run
think
back,
Garnacho
which
is more
Rashford
of a
doesn't do.
player that needs to be created for. I think Garnacho is more of a runner. He doesn't really have a identity outside the 3/4 yard line. I think when you get him in the area in the goal zone, he's a bit more great. But before the goal zone, I don't think he provides anything.
Garnacho this season has been
creatively.
Garnacho this season has been playing better.
I don't see him anything.
Garnacho has been this season been playing better than Rashford. I
feel like Rashford is a bit more mature. So Rashford, he doesn't want to do it, but he's mature enough to be whipped into it. But I think Garnacho
to do what?
is more reckless. I don't think he wants to listen to do them things.
What is Rashford? What is Rashford?
I don't think Rashford listens.
I think he does. I think Rashford plays good defensively.
I don't think he does. I think he plays horrible.
I think Rashford's problem is that he keeps listening to the outside world. I think right now he was an important goal scorer. Then they said he hasn't got assist. He tried to get assist. They say, how's he going to play next to a striker? Is he a striker? Now the man is confused up front. Doesn't know if he's a left winger, striker. For someone who is on more than three, because this is the key thing here, and we saw this with Sanchez, all these other players. You just got a bump. You got a bump in you. Let me land. You got a bump.
You gotta let people land. You just talking over people.
You got a bump a new contract, right? And we've seen this, it happen with Aubameyang and even Ozil with Arsenal. You got a bump a new contract at 300+ a week just recently. Okay, you sign that, you've arrived, fine. We expect you to deliver, and you're playing trash. Like, I expect my attackers, because like I said, it's very easy for everyone to go in on the defenders, on Maguire, on Evans, and etc. They're not good enough. You're right, they're not good enough. They are Europa League level, but at the end of the day, we have injuries and we don't have money. So let me just point. But at the end of the day,
no more questions. No more questions.
Those defenders, those things.
If you had an opportunity to sell every single player on the pitch today, would you do it? If you had an opportunity to sell the ones who are injured versus the one that was on the pitch today, would you do it? And I'm talking every single member. Would you sell it?
I'm going to change the topic because I've had enough of this nonsense, bro. What is this?
The point, I'll just summarize. The point I'm just trying to make is that it is fair to expect, like, these United players are on ridiculous amounts of money a week. I don't understand why it's unreasonable as a United fan to expect Marcus Rashford, who's on 300k a week, who got that new contract, to expect him to have the same output as a Son or even a Saka, who aren't getting that money. Why is it seen as, I'm not turning against his players. Of course, I'm a United fan, support them. But my expectation for our attackers, who are the most paid players in the team, is that you should be delivering. Rashford has got 1 goal, and I don't think has he got an even assist in 10 PL games this season. That is not good enough for someone who's on 300k a week now, compared to what Son is doing, compared to what Saka's doing, compared to what Bernardo Silva is doing, etc. And hopefully he turns his form around. But at the end of the day, there should be more scrutiny on not just on Rashford, but Martial, Sancho, all of Manchester United attackers. There should be more scrutiny on them because we're not scoring enough goals, and the attackers are on more money a week and are delivering. And it's easy to scapegoat Onana, Evans, Maguire, etc. But at the end of the day, we've got injuries. They have no choice. They're doing what they can. And actually, Maguire, McTominay, and Evans, and these men actually have more goals and GAs than some of our attackers. So they're having to defend and they're having to produce goals and GAs. That's stupid. No, that's wrong. So no, more should be expected for our attackers and more should be expected from Bruno Rashford, especially from Bruno, because ultimately he is our captain. When Maguire was our captain, I gave him stick because, like, you're the captain. You're supposed to organize the back line. You're supposed to take responsibility. Bruno is captain now. You need to communicate. You need to take responsibility of the midfielder, where your position is, and you're not doing that. And these are big issues. Sorry, that's my rant over.
That's his rant over. I'm going to stop, guys. Guys, you need to stop ranting and focus on the actual questions, you know?
Yeah.
It's not about your rants. It's about the question. Let's move on, because we really didn't discuss the players' performance today. We just went off our favorites and players that we don't like and just went left, right, and center. Get yourself back into this match. We'll discuss the Manchester United versus Manchester City. Now, today, we're moving on to the managers, because we've just gotten 40 minutes into the show. And I'm going to throw this question out. First of all, the manager, we're going to talk about the manager's tactics, his performance, and where does he go from here? And is he the right man to lead Manchester United? You know, should we stick with him until the end of the season? You know, because I'm already seeing trending. As soon as the final whistle went out, I saw Erik ten Hag out trending, and there'll be some changes for ownership. I'm going to start with today, because the manager as well, he messed up. He messed up, my opinion, because that second half change when he took off Amrabat and he put on Mason Mount, and I'll say again, opened Manchester United up and made us even weaker. And it made us lose the midfield battle against City. And I said it. I know that Man City are a tough team to play against in the midfield, and no one really wins the midfield battle. But we was better off in the midfield than the first half, and in the second half even far worse. And that Ten Hag made didn't help Manchester United. Nothing helped. Nothing was effective. Manchester United on the Ten Hag, it's looking lost. And I don't know. It's bleak. I don't know what we can do about this. I don't know where he can go with Erik ten Hag and how he can improve the team, because he as well needs to face the fact that the ideas, the style of play that he wants to play for Manchester United is not working. I know he wants to be this team that plays counter-attacking football, quick transition, and most dangerous team in transition and all that kind of stuff. It's not working, and especially with the players not being able to keep the ball, pass the ball, it's just not working. Is he meant to go back to where he was last season, where he just decided to play long and stop playing short and stop playing from out the box, which got him some W's? We'll see, man. But if he continues, it ain't gonna last long, man. So I'm gonna go straight to you. I'm gonna start with you, Ola, and your thoughts on Erik ten Hag's tactics, what he deployed. Big up audience, he's got a dash. Yeah, don't worry about brother. We'll see you next time. Yes, the tactics as well, what he deployed, and can he turn this thing around? Can he turn around? What does he have to do? Or is he the right one? Are you even Erik ten Hag in, or are you Erik ten Hag out? Ola, I'm gonna go to you, and Debs, continue the debate. You know, stick to the questions, because people don't stick to the questions.
In or out.
No. I asked Ola.
Obviously, I'm just getting the question right, and that.
Yeah.
I'm answering the question.
No, there's more to that. There's more to that.
Ten Hag in or out? That was the question.
So
I think, you know.
I think I'm still Ten Hag in, because I feel like a lot of you blame the manager for his tactics or his in-game the changes he makes and all, but I just still think these players we know a lot of these players are not good enough. So regardless of why I'm not feeling bad, I know it's a Manchester derby, I should feeling bad because I wasn't expecting anything in this game. I was just expecting us to lower like if they are going to win, I don't want to see 6-0, I don't want to see 5-0. 2-0, 2-1, I will take that. Not like I don't want us to win, but I'm like City are leveled above Manchester United. So I don't know what we were expecting. And so far this season, we've not started well, agreed. The manager in some games, he makes some changes that works and we get the win. The last couple of games, fine. But in this game, I think that the Amrabat substitution, in my opinion, he might have kept him for like 50, 60 minutes before taking him off. But regardless, he was good. Because Amrabat might have gotten a red card in that game. And
the question was Ten Hag in or out.
Yes.
And also his tactics. Today's game.
Tactics.
We'll end up losing Amrabat for a couple of games if he gets red carded in that game.
Just making sure.
Be professional, bro.
And that's what And that's what and at that point we all will still blame the manager for not taking him off early because he was on a yellow card and they are playing against City. We are not really offering much. We are on the back foot defending, and you have to put in some tackles that he won't be able to put in. We saw it in the first half. There was a chance that they almost scored that he could not tackle the player because he was already on a yellow card. So I think that was the tactical solution of picking him off. But okay, what I can argue is Messi Mount should they have the Messi Mount coming on, but who does he have? The injuries are there. We all know. Even Maguire, Evans should not be starting. None of us thought we would see a day that will have Maguire and Evans starting in our defense. So the fact that it's Maguire and Evans, we have to give this manager the benefit of the doubt to get his full squad. Like Deb said, it's the players he loves, the players that can play his style. Once we get them back and he doesn't improve, then I can be Ten Hag out. But for now, I think he's working on scraps right now because a lot of these players he's working with are not good enough. And sorry, I want to really touch on the Bruno issue you're talking about.
Yeah, go
Bruno,
on.
we've seen Bruno on international duty get goals and get assists. So that's where I don't think Bruno is really the problem. If he gets a good structure or a good level of players around him, he will do better at what he's doing. Fine, he's the captain, he should be doing better. We blamed Maguire last season when he was the captain and he wasn't playing well. Fine, I get that. But regardless, we see Bruno go on international duty and score goals. We see him go on international duties and get assists upon assists. So why can't he replicate that for Manchester United? That shows that there is something wrong with the style of play or with the type of players he's playing with. Because you can see the quality of players he's playing in the Portugal national team, the quality of players he's playing with at United. So it's a different level. So I just think with the manager, I still believe he can turn it around, but enough of the stubbornness and enough of trying to play this quick transition football or play that from the back and stuff. If he needs to create a tactics that will just work for the main time till he gets his players back, he needs to do something. Something needs to change from the manager's part. But these players, a lot of blame needs to go to the players because we've seen them throw managers under the bus. We've seen them play bad under a lot of managers. So we can change our managers all we want. I don't think it will really change anything if if you don't have the players that are ready to play for the manager and work extra hard because just the work rate alone is very important. Like you might not score goals, but the way you run around, the way you put in the circles, those things alone will give the fans the confidence that something can get better. We see in this game today, it was just like City were just on the training pitch enjoying moving the ball around easily, freely. They didn't get to the level. They didn't take it 100% or 80%. They were just playing on like a 50%, 60% level and enjoying themselves. We need to see things like that change. And he needs to look for a solution to work with the players he have now. Enough of players from the back, enough of a lot of things trying to do. When he gets his players back, the likes of Martinez, Varane starts playing back, Casemiro, Amrabat, when those players start, when they are all fit and we get the full squad back, then you can try to implement what he wants to do. So I have seen Ten Hag in. And I think it's normal for fans who get reactionary after games and we want to see better football. We want to see better style of play. I could see people comparing Ten Hag to and Postecoglou of Tottenham because he just came in and you can see what they are trying to do. You can see the identity.
Tottenham got structure. Got structure. We don't.
Yes,
No manager can thrive.
You can see the identity. But regardless, I think our club has been bad for years from top to bottom. And that's what we are still. And that's part of the reasons that's part of what's affecting the manager also. And everything needs to change. Not only the manager, not only the players, but from the board, the structure, and the transfers. Everybody in charge of anything footballing related in Manchester United needs to be the top. Needs to be the best in their position. We've had the worst people adding our club in years, and that's what we are, and that's the result of what we are getting now. All these things we are seeing now, it didn't just start in this game. They are started 10 years, 15 years ago. But now we are basically reaping the fruit of bad ownership, bad recruitment, bad transfers, and that's what the manager is suffering now. So something needs to change. But I've seen Ten Hag in, and I will give him till the season. I don't care what happens. I'll give him till the season, and hopefully he turns it around and he gets better.
Before I let Deps go, let me just read the comments out. It's now Kane says, big up, YouTube's back running, lads. Yes. Our club is a mess. Yes, YouTube was a bit down when I was trying to stream earlier on YouTube. Luckily, I've got other platforms that I was streaming on, but YouTube went down for a second. Even my base were trying to call me and tell me that there's something wrong with YouTube. But yeah, man, big up to as well, Stephanie. That says United can't keep playing 8 versus 11, especially against a side like City. Bruno, Rashi, Scott cannot play again. Not good enough. Sorry to say. And Stephanie also says United this season, all competition, 40 games, 7 wins, 7 losses. It's either we win or lose. Win or lose, it's been us. We don't even draw. We haven't drawn this season. We just win or lose. Gosh, it's 0 or 100, nothing or something. Rashi scored once, only one convincing win in Palace Carabao when Bruno and Rashi didn't play. Ironically, see, when those two didn't play, we played well. Big up Depps and Ola as well. And again, Reggie Lion should have started instead of Lindelof. Bizarre decision. Yeah, Reggie Lion. I don't know what you're trying to say. Like Reggie Lion. Jeez. But yes, Depps, let me go up to you, man. What was your thoughts on Eric Ten Hag's tactics that he deployed today? The starting lineup, is he the right man to take us forward? Are you Eric Ten Hag out? There's so many questions I just asked there, man. So you got like a good 5 minutes. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I feel for Ten Hag. I don't think he's got his ballers that has the ability to play his tactics. You know, you look through the team and there's no baller to invert. The ballers ain't up to the standard in it to actually be a Champions League team. You know, we've seen Ten Hag for how many seasons. You look at Ajax right now, and without him, it's a crap team. What he did is he bought a bunch of misfiring players to Ajax and made them better. The only thing they had to have had is the desire to win in their characters. Okay, so if it's in their personality or what his judgment is, doesn't matter what was said at you from another club. He'll bring you to his club and he'll make you a winner. He did it for 2-3 years. You know, he showed the ability to do it at 3 clubs and under a manager that had, which he played today, to do it. Mm-hmm. Now he's coming to Manchester United and these ballers now have player power. We've watched them have player power. We've watched ballers come in, come out, say they want to stay, say they want to leave. You know, that is not the sign of champions. The manager or the hierarchy, the Glazers, is supposed to have some sort of influence. Now to say, let's organize this club and me and the manager work together to bring in and get out players. You know, nothing else changes. You know, we don't care. But the Glazers now had their player power. These guys knew that they were important to the Glazers because they made the Glazers money. The club is changing. Ten Hag's coming to the club. He's now starting to love the club. But then he's looking at the players that he's got available to him. They're not available to play the football that he needs to play. So if we're going to analyse the tactics, last season, we had a decent back 4. De Gea was the problem. Yeah, he was a problem because he couldn't pass the ball. Big up to Anana. Big up to Anana today. He kept us from it being shameful. Yeah, usually if that was David De Gea today, it would have been 5-6. Yeah, De Gea, it felt like towards the end, he was an agent. He weren't for United. Yeah, well, at least he's managed to bring in a player of Anana's quality and not play with the stupidity that's at the back already. Yes, that stupidity's been at the back for about 4 years now. Yeah, Dalot, Lindelof, been there 4 years doing the same shit. Maguire's been there now 4 years doing the same shit, and who else was there? So I'm saying Evans. Evans wasn't even a great Manchester United player. Evans was the side man in the Manchester United players from the jump. He's come back in somehow finding his like man in the match performances. I don't know what it's like. Danny Welbeck coming back and being the best player at Manchester United. It's fucking stupid, bro. So we're looking at a defense that's just completely out of it. Yeah, and none of them can play one pass to Fernandez. So Rashford and Fernandez is going to have a tired day because at least Luke Shaw might play that pass. At least Martinez might play that pass. At least Varane's got an amazing Real Madrid time ago pass to a player that's of quality. And the problem was Aaron Wan-Bissaka doesn't have that. We ain't seen that from him. But at least we had 3 guys at the back that could be positive clinical guys. Now we're in a team now where that's eradicated, and what's suffering is the guys that are not receiving the build-up play. You cannot build up from the halfway line, which is what we're trying now. Yeah, kicking the ball long and trying to win it, Højlund hold it up and then create from there. We have to work our way up step by step and get to the halfway line, get 2 of our defenders on the halfway line and say, cool, let's now try play our attacking plays. But the defense is crap, bro. Like, unbelievably crap, bro. Not even Europa League would take them kind of players, bro. Right now, they're all losing their market value to those type of clubs, you know, from a club perspective. So I feel sorry for the man, you know, he hasn't got his actual ballers available. I think if you take away the ballers of old and you bring in his ballers, I do believe you have more cup winners. I do believe you have more successful GAs. I'm not buying into Fernandez anymore. That's gone. Fernandez had a successful season under Paul Pogba, who was an unbelievable baller, and they respected each other. Paul Pogba was a man of, if I don't respect you, I'm not going to give you the ball. They respected each other. Paul Pogba gave him amazing balls. He was thriving with Paul Pogba. Without Paul Pogba, I have not seen an amazing baller of Paul Pogba's quality next to the guy, apart from Casemiro. I have not seen him put in the same GAs. I've seen him put in the GAs of Portugal, because with Bruno Fernandes, he's not a main guy. He's a guy that fits in with what is around him. He's not a main guy. So when we're looking at the team that was inherited by Ten Hag, it's whack, bro. When we're looking at a team that was brought in by Ten Hag, bro, it got you 3rd and 2 finals. 3rd and 2 finals, and it was missing the ballers that we saw today. We actually saw, witnessed with their own eyes, perform today, which was Højlund and Amrabat. Yeah? I'm willing to keep.
Oh, and the keeper saved us as well at times because
Anana is top 5 best goalkeepers in the world. I'll put him above many of surprising names, bro. Yeah, Onana is so good, bro. But obviously, he looks a bit unorthodox. But he's the best black goalkeeper I've ever seen. Yeah, we're gonna call him the Black Panther because I don't know what Garnacho was doing. We'll leave that. Yeah, I don't know about no gorilla thing, but we're gonna call him the Black Panther because he's unbelievable, bro. Yeah, he saved us from being humiliated, which was that's what the old people that have been there are on. They will throw the toys at the pram and they'll humiliate us 7-0, 5-0 against opponents that we should be destroying, bro. Because at the end of the game, the performance is still going to be focused on us. Yeah, we should be destroying these teams with mindsets like that. But the team is in a rut of low confidence. I saw it in the manager. The manager looked distraught today. I feel for him. I hope that they give him at least 1.5 more years to at least get rid of these ballers, bring in his own ballers, and at least if we're going to get rid of Ten Hag,
and
at least
just round us up and let us know what you are in or out.
I'm in, but when you look at a footballing scale and looking at the time of Ten Hag, he ain't got much time. Yeah, realistically, if he continues to perform, let's put it this way: if he gets his back 4 back, yeah, Luke Shaw comes. Soon as Luke Shaw come back January, yeah, and he ain't made the right signings in January to improve his team, and he keeps on losing, he's gone, bro.
Okay,
there's no saving Ten Hag, bro. But that's unrealistic. That's unrealistic. If you're being realistic, he gets his ballers back. He has a strong end to the season. And then he continues, which is important. He's been trying, bro. He tried to get out. Even AWB tried to get out, bro. Tried to get out all the old ballers. He's been trying, bro. Yeah, I don't mind keeping the best ones. I don't mind keeping Rashford and Fernandez.
I'm just gonna stop you there.
But the rest of them, Lindelof and all of them, man, what they still doing there?
Yeah, I'm just gonna stop you there because we need to wrap up the show because we're coming close to the end now, and I'm just about to ask everyone their man of the match and donkey of the match. First of all, let me start off with myself because my man of the match today was Andre Onana in goal because, of course, if he wasn't there, I think it would have been far worse. Those saves was needed. Donkey of the match for me today, guys. Got to go to those 2 pair of numbnuts, Dumb and Dumber, Bruno Fernandez and Rashford. That's my donkey of the match. Those 2 guys, man. Deps, who was your man of the match, and who was your donkey of the match in this game?
I rated Onana in the game, but I think Amrabat and seeing Amrabat and Højlund, seeing what we've been missing, I think that was interesting. So I'm gonna give it to Højlund. Obviously, I don't want to give too much pressure on the biker. I know the media is anyway, but I want to get to Højlund. I think the way that he held up the ball, I think he held up the ball 4 or 5 times, 6 times, you know, kept possession. And as you said, the donkeys of the match, Fernandez and Rashford, they just didn't have it in them to create with him. I think he looked like why we should be, you know, getting rid of guys like that, man.
Yes, and Ola, who
I think
was your man in the match and donkey of the match?
I think I'll stick with same. And with Onana, remember I gave him man of the match in the last game because I just felt like I wanted to give him. And since then, like that was in the game before the Champions League game, and since then he has been doing good. So the penalty save and now also playing really well today. I think it can only get better with Onana. He's a good goalkeeper and he needs patience in his time. But we as fans most times we get reactionary, like I say. When after games I will say a lot of things, but I think he's a good goalkeeper. But with the donkey of the match, I think who else but Rashford and Bruno. I just think there are two figures in this team that Rashford is is a Manchester born and bred player. He should understand what it means to play for Manchester United better. And with Bruno, they've said it all. He's not the main man in anything. He's just a player that thrives under other players that are quality and play really well. And hopefully we get the quality players back and he improves because I would love to see Ten Hag with the structure he has brought in, with what he is trying to do with these players and this squad. I want to see him stay at United for years and years and years. Be winning trophies and achieving a lot. But if he continues this way, I think we can only get one news, and that will be Ten Hag out. But for now, I'm still in, and hopefully things change. Please.
Me, I'm not even manager in or out. I'm just ownership out. I'm done with this club, man. Big up to everyone that's tuning in today as well. Smash that like button. Remember to subscribe to Red United TV. And of course, follow Red United TV on Instagram, Red United TV1. We're trying to get approaching at least 16,000 followers, I believe, or 17. And again, for those who are watching as well, remember to follow Ivorian _Spice on Twitter. We do put some streams on here as well. The watch along is always on Twitter. X, formerly known as Twitter. And remember, we are also on Rumble and Kick as well. So follow Red United TV on Rumble and Kick, which will free 2 away from 70, 60 followers on Rumble. So make sure you join as well, and we're 3 away from 150 followers on Twitch. So make sure you follow on Twitch. But it is what it is, guys. Manchester United have lost. It was going to happen. It's just about how we get over it, and we will get over it because we're used to this kind of shit. This is the norm for us. But big up to everyone that's tuning in today, man. Subscribe, smash that like button, follow everyone as well that's here as well. Follow Football Family as well, and of course subscribe to Football Family as well, and follow Depths as well on all the social media platforms. So it is what it is, man. As I always say, guys, try and keep it united. And remember to keep it red and united. It's your boy Ivorian Spice. Peace and love from everyone here. We'll see you next week for another one. And I should be live tomorrow, but if I'm not, please do understand. I'll probably release a short video, but definitely live again this Thursday, 5 p.m. Your latest Manchester United news, and we've got the watch along. I don't even know what team we're playing, but I don't give a shit right now. I'm done. I'm done. Peace and love to everyone. We'll see you next week.
Big up yourself.
Take care. Peace.